This is one problem that we found we're going to have to work on with this horse. He's done that several times through this ride, and at one point it's apparently practically for no reason. It just pops up. But, well, let's start from the beginning. I had 3 horses sent to me from Montana. This is one of them. This is Smoky. And they came in the day before this video was taken. And they've had some turnout time since they came and since he's been worked here. It wasn't a whole lot. It was a couple of hours. So I'm sure he could use some more, but still, when they were overnighting coming here, they were turned out each night at horse hotels. So it's not like he was cramped up for 3 days for the trip down here. He was turned out each night, and then he was turned out before this video is done. So here Robert has him in the covered arena. We like to do this for the first time that the horses are worked, just to kind of see what we have to work with. And you see he's mouthing the bit a good bit, and the bit's just hanging in his mouth. There's not even any reins attached to it. And he's a little bit prancy, so we're going to have to work on that. Not really wanting to stand and be saddled. That generally will fix itself just with regular riding. That usually fixes itself. But this horse has actually had a fair amount of riding time. He's pretty broke. Got quite a few miles on him, but as you see, he needs a good bit of self-discipline. And I think that's where the popping up that you saw in the beginning of this video is self-discipline. So as we go forward, we're going to work on teaching him to make better choices, teaching him some patience. And you'll see how we do that in this video, how we're getting it started. All we have on him is just a plain D-ring snaffle, smooth mouth, one broken joint, nothing, pretty basic bit, nothing really to amount to anything, very mild. He's starting to stand a little better. You see him get fidgety once in a while. And it's almost like not necessarily related to the saddle or what we're doing. It's almost a little bit like just he wants to go do his own thing, which tells me that it's more self-discipline than really being willfully belligerent. You watch his ears there. They're not paying attention to what Robert's doing at all. They're looking around, not really thinking about what Robert's asking him to do. Now the saddle is cinched down. He's just going to ask him to move his feet just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. We just want to see him walk and make sure he's not going to bow his back up or anything. Just a couple of steps, and that's why Robert kind of stepped back and let him move forward. Now he's going to attach the reins to the bit. Usually a green horse, we attach it to the halter. But for him, being a horse that has had a lot of miles on him, a lot of trail miles, they have been riding him off the bit, and that's what Robert attached it to. Now he got on him. He set the reins over the neck and then got on holding the lead rope. And you'll see in just a minute he's going to attach the lead rope to the saddle horn. Right there he's just pulling on the lead rope. That's what's in his left hand. That way if the horse was to do anything really bad, he wouldn't be pulling on the mouth. Now he's got the lead rope attached and going to walk a couple of circles. And as he's trying to get him to walk these circles, pay attention to what his front feet's doing and what the back feet are doing. You see the front feet are kind of locking down there. He felt he wanted to pop up there. Robert's trying to get the feet moving, trying to get the front feet and the back feet moving. The back feet spinning around, there's the first pop up. And that is caused from not getting the feet moving. He's working on getting him to move forward. There was another one. Move forward. That's why we want to go forward in these circles. Forward. There we go. And you'll see he pops up again later. He tries to stop his forward movement and pops up. So the answer to that is always going to be move forward. That's why these young horses and these green horses that we get in, we always want to move their feet forward. That's why we never worry about them standing still for these first couple rides. That for these green horses is more dangerous than them actually walking while we're getting on. Now, once they get further along, then yes, we want them to stand still. What we want for the progression of the horse is not necessarily what you want in the end. If we was to spend time getting him to stand still for us to get on, and then the first thing he does is pop up like that, then the work we would have done standing still would have made the problem worse, because the fix for the popping up in the front end is walking forward. So while we're working on the popping up, we don't really care if he walks forward while we're getting on, because that fixes that problem. Now once the problem, that popping up problem is fixed, then yes, then we're going to teach him to stand still. Now right here, Robert's just walking around, not doing really much other than just walk. Soft on his face, just point his nose and get soft. He's going to do a good bit of walking here just to get some rhythm. He can feel when he gets tense, and you can kind of watch Smoky gets tense before he pops up. You'll see here in just a few minutes that's what he's going to do. He's going to get tense in his body, stop his forward movement, and pop up in the front end. If you have a horse that's raring on you or popping up in the front end, you'll see this is exactly how you fix that problem. They have to go forward. As he's walking around, watch his rhythm of his footfall there. He kind of slowed down right there at the sign, which is okay. He's looking at the sign. But again, the slowing down also has to do with stiffness in the body. Now he's looking in the barn aisle, got a little worried about that. Robert's pushing him forward. Forward is our friend here. We need forward. It needs to be forward with control, but forward. Standing still is not good. There's an old saying that if the feet aren't moving, the horse isn't learning. That isn't necessarily true, but in some certain situations. All right, now watch, see how he got stiff and quit moving forward. Rhythm is not good. Robert pushed him on through that, got him going forward. You notice when he doesn't want to move forward, his nose goes out, he gets stiff. He is a gaited horse, and we will push him out faster as we get a little bit further along. But right now, we want a nice, relaxed walk without popping up. If we have issues at the walk, then we're just going to have issues going faster later down the road. Get the walk nice first. Robert's working his feet there. He felt there. See, he felt Smoky trying to slow down, get stiff. So Robert was working his feet, trying to get him going. And you saw when he got stopped, that's when he popped up. When he popped up, Robert pulled his head to the side, drove him forward, and then back to a walk. There's going to be a lot of this until Smoky gets nice. I just had Saber's owner. If you remember Saber, most of you probably will. He came the other day for a lesson wanting to work on the lope, wanting the lope to be more controlled. And just like everything else, you want good control at a slower speed before you go into the faster speed. So we did a lot of preparatory work at a slow trot and a fast trot, making sure that Saber's rider had control at those speeds. Smoky wanted to kind of bow up a little bit there, and Robert kicked him on forward. Making sure that he had control of Saber at a slow trot and a fast trot first before we even asked for the lope. And because of doing that, the lope was very nice. Always get it nice at a slower speed before you ask for a faster speed. That's what we're doing here. We're not going to go faster until it's nice at a walk. Right there, he kind of got stiff again. We need forward. He walked past that sign better that time. But notice he's looking out. He's really not paying a lot of attention to Robert. His ears aren't flicking back on Robert very good. Lots of looking out. Lots of not really listening to the rider. So forward in circles is going to be the answer to work on that. Starting to get a little bit better. Now this ride was total of about 20 minutes, but it was just about all at a walk, working on exactly these things that I pointed out, getting him nice, ears back on him, in a nice fluid walk. But I cut most of that out because it's basically what you see here over and over, lots of repetition. And if that's what you're working on with your horse, as far as popping up in the front end or any issues like that, forward is what you need. Controlled forward, nice relaxed walk. So I'll have more videos of Smoky coming out in the future so you can see his progress. Until next time, thank you for watching.